All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next step in our agenda of the day is a close reading of the prologue to Romeo and Juliet. Now, William Shakespeare wrote this play, and he starts the play with a few lines spoken by a character named the Chorus. The Chorus was a character to come out and recite the prologue, which really means it's setting the scene for the audience, saying, hey, I know you're an audience here to see a play, so let me tell you a little information that'll help you along your way. We're going to examine how Shakespeare's words both summarize the play, which what we were doing last lesson, but then also gives hints to this debate of fate and free will that are evident throughout the play. Now, so the prologue of a play is meant to set the stage, to get the audience ready for the story. I want you to hear the prologue before reading it, because this was written to be a play, to be performed, to be heard before really read. So let's hear Shakespeare's words while reminding ourselves of the story of Romeo and Juliet by watching this video. You'll have to pause this instructional video in order to listen to the video embedded in the slideshow. Go ahead and pause me and take a listen. I'll be here when you get back. All right, so that's a very visual and action-packed telling of the prologue. I hope it jogged your memory to a lot of the details that we were uncovering from the play last lesson. If you go to our next slide, this sets us up for actually reading the prologue. We're going to read again on always, read with a purpose. But before we analyze the prologue, let's use the knowledge we have of the play from our last lesson in order to make our first attempt at actually just translating Shakespeare's language. I want you to use the Romeo and Juliet prologue analysis, which is linked right here. It's a document that you'll complete your first reading and first translation. When you click on the link at the top of the document, you're going to see the entire prologue written out in Shakespeare's lines as you're reading, using your knowledge of the play and what you can decode. Just put your own translation of this prologue in lines right here, putting it in your own words. So using the skills a little bit that we were using last lesson for summarizing, but also starting some analysis with this first read. Go ahead and take care of that, and I'll meet you at the next step.